Okay, so this is going to be 10 ways you can land clients. I'm not even going to type in the topic because I don't want to accidentally delete this again. Okay, number 1, volunteer to be a speaker at an event or partner with someone to host an event. So if you know there's an event going on somewhere in your area, it's coming up in the near future, don't wait until like the weekend before. As soon as you see the event, send the event planner a message and say, hey, I would love to speak at your event for free. I think that I have this, and this to offer to your audience. This could be a great collaboration, yada, yada, whatever. So volunteer to speak at an event. This is going to put you in a room with all of your potential clients. So if you're a life coach and you see not necessarily a business event, but if you're a life coach and you see maybe like a women's empowerment event going on, or a family health event going on, get in there, volunteer to speak. Don't be shy. Most of the time, people who are going to be life coaches, lifestyle coaches, health coaches, trainers, whatever, you're going to end up having to speak anyways. Don't be scared. Volunteer to speak. Volunteer to speak. Sometimes they'll say yes and sometimes they'll say no, but hey, they're going to be mad if they say no and then they see you 6 months later down the line and you're speaking in front of thousands of people. I'm just saying. But you can always put it out there and send them an email and say, hey, I would like to speak at your event. How can we make that happen? Now, if there isn't an event being hosted in your area that is something that you would like to speak at, then you don't look for the opportunity, create the opportunity. So go ahead, host an event. It doesn't have to have paid tickets. It doesn't need to be like super, I'm going to plan this for 6 months and stress myself out. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be a free mixer. It could be a free workshop. It could be a paid class. It's all up to you. That's what I did. I looked around. I'm like, I do want to speak. I want to speak, but I want to teach. I don't want to just speak. I want to teach. So let me look for some events where I could teach some workshops. There weren't any. Where are the workshops in Atlanta? I'm sorry. If you live in Atlanta and you're hosting an event where there's actually an opportunity to teach, send me a direct message because I looked and could not find any. And I was like, you know what? I'll just host my own. Whatever. I'm not going to, if it doesn't exist, I'm going to create it. I'm not just going to wait for somebody else to create it. I'm going to create it myself. So if you want to speak and you don't see an event opportunity where you can speak, create that opportunity yourself, host that event yourself. Don't be scared. Now, if you feel like your audience is not big enough, if you feel like you don't have a big enough connection, then what you can do is you can partner with someone else. So get on Instagram, reach out to your friends in the local community, find people that have planned events in the past and or friends that you know that are good at planning things that are detail oriented, and tell them, hey, I'm trying to host this event. Do you mind helping planning this with me? Or find somebody else that does similar to what you do and y'all get together and host the event together. So you don't have to bear that entire burden yourself, right? You don't. Number 2, reach out to your personal network, opportunities on social media, and follow up with anyone that expressed interest. So when I say reach out to your personal network, what I mean is if somebody asks you what you do, yeah, even if you have a 9-to-5 still, you can say you do that, but then you need to tag behind that and say, I also own a small business where I do such and such. I am also a life coach. I also do personal training on the side. Like, you need to say that stuff because that person may need your services, and if that person doesn't need your services, they may know someone that needs your services. We're all separated by 6 degrees of separation. So if you've ever heard that before, we are all 6 degrees. We are 6 degrees or less away from someone needs us. So everyone that you come in contact with is either your customer, a potential customer, or an advertiser. So they either are the person you're looking for, they know the person you're looking for, or they're going to vouch for you when they come in contact with that person who is your client. So make sure that everyone knows what you do. It's just that easy. Reach out to your personal network. Maybe you can send out an email and say, hey, I just started my life coaching business. If you know anybody that may be looking for some guidance or is looking to get some things done this year, looking to accomplish some things, shoot them an email. Tell them to shoot me an email. And then if you really want to amp it up, you can offer that person something. So like, for example, tax places do this all the time. If you send me a customer, I'll give you an extra $50. It doesn't have to be that intense. It doesn't have to be that expensive, because honestly, you say that to the wrong person, you'll have 100 new clients and you'll be out $500. But you'll have a lot more money off of those 100 new clients and that you never would have had. So it still works out. But if you're willing to offer that person something, that then becomes an affiliate relationship, but you can't offer that person something in return. Number 3, online community. So if you are in a Facebook group, you guys are in a Facebook group because you're in one right now. So if you are in a Facebook group or a Twitter group, Twitter doesn't have groups. If you are participating in a conversation on Twitter with a common hashtag, or if you have some type of a LinkedIn circle that you are in, make sure that when you're in there, you're interacting with people, you are really giving your advice, you're having conversation, because then people know who you are and they know what you do. It's like when you were in high school, there's some people that walked across the stage during graduation, you were like, I don't even know that person. Who is that person? But then there were some people where you were like, oh, I know that person. Even if you weren't friends with them, they were out there. They were having conversation. They were doing such and such. So if you knew that person, you knew of that person, and you knew that they were good at this, this, and this, that if you needed help with this, this, and this, you knew who to go to, even if you didn't know that person. So when you're in a Facebook group or you're in a community type setting and you're offering your advice and you're sharing your expertise, then people begin to see you as an expert and you become the go-to person. So that can be a major way that you secure clients, okay? And it's like in the back of your head, like you're doing what you normally do, right? You're giving advice based off of what you're good at. And when that time comes around, people will come to you and ask you for your services. Number 4, client referrals. This is for you guys that are watching right now that have already had clients before. If you've already had clients before, that is a golden opportunity and gateway to open you up to more clients. So if you have had clients or had customers and you had good experiences, maybe it's people you got testimonials from, then you can send an email to those people and say, hey, do you mind referring me to any of your friends? Or don't forget, if you send me a referral, I'll give you 20% off your next service or 20% off your next purchase. Make it interesting, make it enticing, but you've got to take the first step and reach out to those clients that you've already worked with, or they don't really know what you have going on. So if you do not ASK, you do not GET. That's how it works with client referrals, okay? Number 5, set up a booth at a local event. This kind of tag teams off of the first one where I said, volunteer to speak at an event, and or if that event doesn't exist that you want to speak at, host that event. Okay, set up a local booth at an event. Maybe you're not ready to speak, maybe you're a little nervous, maybe you don't have a speech prepared, or you've never done it before. Let's just say you're not ready. There's still a way you can capitalize off of that event happening, or the way that you can capitalize off of hosting that event. Set up a booth. It's a lot more conversational. It's a lot more close to the chest because you're just having conversations with people that are coming by your table. But it actually works out better. So if you're it works out better for some of you guys. If you're in a service-based business, this is probably going to work better for you because you're going to have to really get to know people. You're going to build a relationship with people as you offer them your service. If you are a life coach, having a booth is really important. It seems kind of weird because you're like, okay, I'm a life coach. If I have a booth, what am I going to bring physically? You know what I mean? Don't focus on the physical part. You can create a physical product later. You can just find something to bring. What you really want to do is you want to stop and have conversations with every single person you can. You're like 10 times more likely to get new clients from having a booth than you are from speaking. Yes, speaking is great. You can target, 15, 20, 30, 40, however many clients are there. You can target a lot of clients at one time, but when you have a booth, that gives people the opportunity to come by and connect with you one-on-one, and they're almost 2 to 3 times more likely to become a client and a loyal client or loyal customer because they had those conversations with you and they got to know you. So that's a huge thing. Number 6, Host a virtual summit. So let's say you don't have the money to rent a booth. You don't have a way to get to the event. You don't have the money or the know-how to host your own event. You can host a virtual summit. Y'all, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Right now in 2018, the digital age we live in, there is no excuse that you're not getting new clients every single month. If you're not getting new clients every single month, you are not doing one of the 10 things on this list. Like, this is gold. This is money, 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 money. And y'all never hear me say that, but I'm telling you right now, this is really money. Like, if you're doing these 10 things, you are going to secure new clients. I promise you, if you do all of these 10 things and you don't get a new client, you can send me an email and curse me out. I'm telling y'all, this is real stuff right here. So, host a virtual summit. It doesn't take that much. All you have to do is set it up. It doesn't have to be on an official webinar service. It can be you're hosting a virtual summit on Instagram Live. It could be you're hosting a virtual summit on Facebook Live. Facebook is free. Most people's laptops have a webcam built in. I have an extra webcam because I'm extra. Y'all can see it right here. Y'all can't, but y'all can see it right here. I have an extra camera because I like to be seen in HD. That's why I have a ring light. But it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do it with, 15 cameras on you, and you don't have to do it with a lighting kit and all that stuff. When you host a virtual summit or you go on live, it is all about the quality, not the quantity. It's all about the quality, okay? Cupcake Bands is asking, what are the 10 things? I'm going to go back to the 10 things at the end of this live, and I'm going to put it in my replay on Instagram and my replay on Facebook for 24 hours. Mabe Styles asking, will this information you're sharing be available on your website via download or blog post? It will not. It's only going to be available in the replay for 24 hours on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Number 7, social media. Social media. We all know this one. It's free. But let's get a little bit more detailed about how you can find your clients on social media. So I'm just going to go a little bit because I have a paid webinar tomorrow. I'm going to go deeper on how to find your clients on social media. But you know what your ideal client looks like. If you have decided, you need to have written down who your target market is and who your ideal client is, so that when you come in contact with that person, you know what to say to make that. That's it. You got to know what they look like, though. That's why I tell people, like, everyone's not your customer, and don't be mad that everyone's not your customer, and don't feel some type of way if somebody approaches you and they're not your ideal client, but they're asking you for something that you offer. You can still give that to them. You deciding that everyone is not your client doesn't mean that you have to tell people no. You don't have to tell people no. If you tell everybody yes, I'm telling you right now, if you tell everybody yes, you are going to be overwhelmed. That's just it. You're going to be overwhelmed. So I wouldn't necessarily tell everybody yes, but you basically, let's boil it down. You need to know what your ideal client looks like, because if you're going to be going out to all these networking events, this kills me. This kills me. There's so, like, being an entrepreneur is so popular right now. It is a fad. And there are people that are hosting these huge networking events, and you guys are buying all these tickets and going out to all these network events, and you're not making your money back off of it. Why? You don't even know what your ideal client looks like. So when you get in a room, you can be in a room full of people that are going to buy everything you have to offer. But if you don't know what they look like, you're not making a dime in that room, boo. You're not making a dime. That's why I don't host networking events. I host workshops. I'm going to get you prepared to go to the networking event, so that when you walk into the networking event, you may have this much in your pocket. But when you walk out of the networking event, you're going to have this much in your pocket. That's why I host workshops and not networking mixers. I have nothing against networking mixers. Let me say that. I have nothing against them. But, boo, I'm trying to get you prepared to increase your bank account. I'm trying to get you prepared to take your family on a vacation. I'm trying to get you prepared to take your family on a vacation whenever you want to take your family on a vacation, because you're making your own schedule. That's what I'm doing. So, know who your ideal client is, and you can find them on social media. So the way that you find them on social media is you search the hashtags that they are searching. You have to step into their shoes and think the way they think. You're going to be looking at the profiles that they're looking at, right? I'm a business consultant. My clients are people who own businesses. I'm looking at my competitors to see what are my potential clients looking at. What are they seeing in other people's groups? How are they moving? What are they deciding to buy? What are they saying they need? So I'm not sitting on my Instagram account looking, waiting on people to buy stuff. I'm looking at what y'all are looking at. Y'all watching me. I'm watching what y'all are watching. So that's how you find your client on social media. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into that tomorrow. So if you're joining me tomorrow for the Business Builder webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then you would get a deeper introduction into exactly how to do that, because that's a 90-minute webinar that's happening tomorrow. So if you don't have tickets to that, you can grab a ticket with the link in my bio or the link in the group. Okay, number 8, write blogs and guest posts. This is going to get you clients, one, from organic traffic on your website. So if you write blog posts, that's going to bring more traffic to your website from Google. That's going to bring more traffic to your website from Google, which is going to help you secure more clients. But it's also going to help you secure more clients because then people will start to see you as an expert, because people will have proof that you know how to do what you say you know how to do, and they'll have proof that you know how to service them. So when you're writing, it's like people getting to know you. It's like going on a date. As they keep reading and keep reading and keep reading, they get to know you better. Eventually, they're going to become a client. That's just how it works. Like, I never spent more than like I'm not going to spend more than an hour reading your website if I'm not going to be your client. I know after like the first 5 minutes if I even like you or not. Like, you guys know how it is. We live in a what they call it, microwavable era, or whatever they call it, microwave world. We live in a microwave world. I know if I like you. On Instagram, it's bad. On Instagram, I know if I like you after like 30 seconds. But on the website, if I go to your website, I can figure out if I like you within about 5 minutes. And if I keep reading past that 5 minutes and I keep reading and I come back every week because I know you're posting new stuff every week, I'm then going to start looking for stuff to buy from you, because I'm like, man, I like this person. I'm going to support their hustle. Let me see what they have to buy that could benefit me. That could also benefit them. So the more people read your website, the more they're going to want to spend money with you. So make sure that you have enough stuff on your website for them to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. So that's going to grab you new clients. Also, under blog posts is guest posting. So find somebody that has a similar audience as you, and y'all can guest post with each other. You guys can guest post for each other. A guest post is just like a cameo appearance on a TV show. You get on there, you talk about what you want to talk about, and you guys switch guest posts. When you guest post, it's awesome because you can take a week off. You could have told your audience, I'm going to post a new blog post every Wednesday. And if someone comes to you and says, hey, I want to guest post on your blog, cool. You can take this Wednesday and I can take the week off. Awesome. So guest posts. Number 9, go live. Go live, which is what I'm doing right now. For you guys that do not like to write, this is your other option. So I'm sorry if you're an entrepreneur, you cannot say I don't like to write and I don't like to go live. Like, boo, where are you gonna get your customers from? We want to know who you are. We have to see your face, and or we need to know what you know for us to make an informed decision about purchasing from you. If you're a service-based business, this is like high top priority. If you're a product-based business, this is not as important. If you're a product-based business, if you are a product-based business, your blog is a little bit more important than your live. People want to know who you are, but they really want to know what you know and what you have to offer. So if you're product-based, focus more on the blog. If you're service-based, you don't have an option. You need both of them. I'm sorry. If I am going to work with you on a service, if you're going to service me in any way, especially if it's like you're going to coach me or you're going to consult me or you're going to sell me a service that has to do with my business, I need to know what your face looks like. Y'all getting me so raw today. Y'all are getting me straight raw today. I need to know what your face looks like. For real, I'm giving you my money. That's how you need to think about it. Would you drop your money into an envelope box and expect something to come out? Like, would you do that? Let me explain that a little bit better. If somebody told you, I'm going to sell you a bag of oranges for $10, at 5 o'clock, drop the money in this box at this location, come back in an hour, and your oranges will be there. Or would you rather meet that person face to face and say, and they're like, hey, meet me at 10 o'clock and we can make the swap. I'll give you the oranges. You need to know what that person's face looks like. That was a very weird example, but it still is valid. It's still valid. I need to know what your face looks like. I don't give money to strangers. I know everybody I give my money to. Maybe except Walmart. I know the owner is Sam Walmart. I don't even know if he's alive or not. Maybe. But you know what? I know what the cashier looks like. And all the employees and the cashiers are the face of the company. If I go into a store and I come in contact with an employee that I don't like, I'm not spending money there. Why? Because that person's the face of the business and I don't like that person. So we need to like you. And in order for us to like you, you have to give us a chance to get to know who you are and what you're like. So go live. If you're a little bit nervous, go live with someone. That always helps. It always helps. Invite your friend. They can come. They can sit next to you on live or on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can invite them virtually and share the screen. That always helps. It always helps to have a friend. Even if it's somebody that doesn't exactly do what you do or is not in the same field as you, you can prep your friend and invite your friend. My friends are down the ride, y'all. I would tell my friends, hey, I'm going to interview on Facebook Live or on Instagram Live, and these are the questions that I'm going to ask you. Here you go. Be ready. It's in 48 hours. And if your friend is really your friend, they will make the sacrifice for you. They will make the sacrifice for you. For real, they will. So, yeah, invite a friend. Invite a friend. It doesn't have to be someone that you know. It could be someone virtually that you know. It could be someone in a group that you know, right? All right. Number 10. Free or low-cost consultations. This is probably on this list. This is probably the number one thing. I would say, yeah, this is the number one thing. This is the number one thing that's going to get you more clients. Free or low-cost consultations. Okay, free or low-cost consultations. So you can put out a post that says, I'm doing free consults. This works mostly for service-based businesses, but you know what? It can also work for product-based businesses because sometimes people go on a website and they know they want something, but they don't know exactly what they want. So if you can be there helping that person, assisting that person to buy those products in a product-based businesses, consults work for that too. I don't see a lot of product-based businesses doing consults because people don't understand how it works. But let me tell you this, when I go into Walmart, if I'm looking for something, I'm finding someone to consult me. I am finding a person who works there to consult me. Hey, I'm trying to do this. What do I need? Give me a list. I'll buy everything on the list. It works for product-based businesses just as much as it works for service-based businesses. So if you sell products, don't discount the fact that you can do consults. If you sell hair weave, get on the phone and consult people about their hair. Maybe let's say this, for example, if somebody has natural hair and they're trying to buy weave, they probably need a consultation, because if they're going to keep buying this and they're going to have a leave out, you need to ask them like, hey, you're going to have a leave out. If they're going to keep buying this and they're trying to have a leave out and they have natural hair, you can get on the phone and consult them like, hey, if you keep getting that, if you get a Brazilian wavy and you do a leave out, just know that you're going to have to straighten your hair and it may mess with your curl pattern. So what may be better for you is to get a Brazilian curly or Mongolian curly, and that will better match your natural hair. Boom. That is a consultation. You are consulting somebody on what they should buy. So not to say that people are going to hop on it at first. You may have to teach your audience that, because I've never seen that before either. I've never seen a hair company, like an online hair company, do consults where you can call in and say, okay, what are you trying to do with your hair? Okay, let's say I big chopped my hair about 3 or 4 months ago, and I'm trying to get my hair to grow out, so I'm not exactly sure what I should do. Okay, this is what you need. You need to weave it up, because having your hair in a protective style, which would be braids, is going to allow your hair to grow. So weave it up, put some vegetable glycerin in your hair, and have no leave out, and get this texture. And that'll help you wear a couple of different styles. It's a consult. It works. It'll definitely grow your hair. I promise. I did it. The before and after is on my page. But no one does that. So if you own a hair company and you're trying to figure out how to stand out, you're on this live right now. Congratulations. I just gave you an idea. Do consults. Do consults. Another easy way to do consults without actually getting on the phone, if you're a person that doesn't like getting on the phone, because me, I hate getting on the phone, y'all. That's why y'all rarely see me do consults. I don't like being on the phone. Even though I'm a consultant, that's just crazy. I would rather consult in person. But you can also have my laptop's dying, hold on. You could also have a customer service chat at the bottom of your website. So on the bottom of your website, you can install a customer chat button. That's number 10. That will help you consult people as they're shopping, as they're on your website, as they're reading your blog post. And by the way, if you install a customer chat on your website, it will actually tell you what that person has been looking at. Hold on, y'all. I gotta plug my laptop up. It'll tell you what that person has been looking at and what all they have read, so you know exactly how to consult them. Okay, now y'all are plugged in. So I'm going to go back over those 10 things. For those of you who dropped in here late, I'm going to put the video in the 24-hour replay both on Facebook and on Instagram. So this is 10 ways to land new clients or land more clients. Number 1, volunteer to be a speaker at an event. Partner with someone to host an event or host an event yourself. Number 2, reach out to your personal network. Talk to people about what you do, people that you already know. Seize opportunities on social media. Follow up with anyone that remotely expressed interest in what you do. Number 3, join online communities and groups. Be active, interact with people. You're human, be human. Number 4, client referrals. Send out an email asking all of your past clients if they would refer your services. Maybe give them a discount in exchange for a referral. Number 5, set up a booth at a local event. That one-to-one connection is invaluable. Number 6, host a virtual summit. Number 7, social media messaging works. I forgot to go over that. You can get in people's DMs. You don't have to be like super spammy, but you can introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about what you do. Number 8, write blogs or guest posts. Number 9, go live. Invite someone if you get nervous. And number 10, free or low-cost consultations. All right. Do I have any questions? Any questions? Let's see. Cupcake Band says, I have a free WordPress. Can I still do the chat? Yes. What you'll need to do is you just need to search, like go into Google and literally type in the search engine, how to install chat on a website, and it will give you a HTML code. Ooh, this is kind of hard to explain on live. I'm a techie. But you copy the code and you paste it on your website. But for WordPress, there's probably a plugin for WordPress. So go to the section of your WordPress where you can install plugins and just type in customer service chat, and it will probably come up and you can just download it. Did you somehow save your live from last Friday? I know this is off topic. I did not. That's another thing. Instagram has been playing with me, y'all. Every time I try to save my live on Instagram, like save it, it says saved and then it doesn't save. So I'm moving over to Facebook. I mean, I'm still going to be on Instagram, but yeah, I'm on Facebook. So I did not save that one. I apologize. I tried, but it would not let me. All right. Do I have any other questions? Do I have any questions on Facebook? Any questions on Facebook? You guys are kind of quiet. You guys were a little quiet earlier too. I know Facebook is like, oh my gosh, she just went live like 5 hours ago. Now she's back again with more information. You guys see all these sticky notes on my wall? These are all live topics that I have to do within the next 30 days. Like, I'm going to be on this thing like crazy. So turn on your post notifications and be ready. Like, this is all information that I'm teaching on live for free. There's actually probably about 30 of them. So there's a lot. If you are watching me now on Facebook Live or you're watching me in the replay on Facebook, I have created a live topic where you can go and put and comment on that post and tell me what exactly you want me to teach in live. I can add to this wall of ideas, and I can hit some of those topics twice. Yes, I can check out your blog. Yes, I can do that. I can do that. I have a couple of things coming up. So One, if you want to be in the business building workshop that takes place tomorrow, you can get tickets with the link in my bio. The big difference in between these lives and my paid webinars is that on my paid webinars, you get unlimited replays for life. You also get a set of worksheets so that you can go back and watch and apply the topics to your business. And what else is really major? The time. These are only like 30 to 45 minutes long. My masterclass webinars are like 90 minutes long. Like, I'm going into detail. Like, you're going to know exactly what you need to do when you get off live with me. I'm a consultant, y'all, not a coach. So as a consultant, a lot of what I give you and a lot of what I teach you is action steps. It's all stuff you can get off of live and do right now that's going to make a difference in your business in the next 24 to 48 hours. Like, that's the difference in between me and a coach. So the business building webinar tomorrow that you can buy tickets to with the link in my bio. Tomorrow, I'm going to be teaching finding your why, branding and what it is, how to find your ideal clients on social media, website basics. So I'm going to compare Shopify to Squarespace to Wix to WordPress. And then I'm also going to talk about how to find out what your first product should be or what your next product should be and how to market that product to make a sale. So I'm going to take you all the way from why are you even starting a business all the way down to this is how you're going to get your first sale. This is what that product is going to be. This is how you're going to market. This is who you want to buy it. Like, I'm going all the way through the ladder of stuff. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets for that. I'm going to be in Charlotte on February 3rd. So if you're watching this right now and you live in North Carolina, I'm going to be in Charlotte on February 3rd. I'm going to be doing a live branding workshop. It's going to be kick butt and awesome. I'm going to do a live branding workshop. So that is also with the link in my bio. If you live in Atlanta, I'm going to be in Atlanta on February 10th. We're going to do a Squarespace boot camp. So if you live in Atlanta or in Georgia, anywhere near Georgia area or any of the touching states, and you do not have a website, you can come February 10th and learn how to build your website with me for 99 bucks. It's expensive to get a website built. Y'all know that, right? Yeah. And half the time when you get it built, you don't know how to work it. So it's like, oh, I got it built, but now I don't know how to add products. Every time I have a new product, I don't know how to add blog posts. I don't know how to put links to my bio. I don't know how to guest post. Like, you have to know how to manage it. And it's kind of hard to teach someone that over the computer. So I'm doing a boot camp. It's expensive, y'all. It's like, if you get one built on Squarespace, it's like $500 or $600. If you get one built on WordPress or anywhere else, it's like in the thousands. So it's expensive. Come to Squarespace boot camp, learn how to build a website and work it for 99 bucks. If you already have a website, I would still say come to Squarespace Bootcamp, because if you don't know how to work it, it's not doing you any good. Your website should be making sales in your sleep. If you have a website right now and it's not making you any money in your sleep, you're not selling anything while you are snoozing, it is not working for you, and you need to come to Squarespace Bootcamp so that you can make money while you sleep. Because if you depend on making money while you're awake, you'll be working for the rest of your life. You will get no sleep. You'll be an insomnia, crazy monster person. There's no better way to say that. You'll have insomnia because you'll have to be awake. And there's just no possible way you can make six figures and not make money in your sleep. Like, it doesn't exist. Anyone that makes that much money will tell you my website does a lot of the work for me. So if you're in Atlanta or you're near Atlanta or you don't mind driving down, February 10th, Squarespace Boot Camp. It's going to be a small group because I want to keep it small because I'm going to get really detailed, and you're going to bring your laptop and we're actually going to build together. So you're going to leave with pages of your website built. Where else do you get that, y'all? Where else do you get that? You can actually leave with something that makes sense. Leave with something that you did not come with. Yeah, so those are my three big things going on right now. Okay, business building webinar, Charlotte, February 3rd, Atlanta, February 10th. Do I have any other questions? Cupcake Band says she's a brand manager for pro athletes and she offers a service. Facts. This is facts. All right, if I don't have any more questions, I'm going to hop off of here because I have to create some content. I gotta go create some content. Oh, last thing, last but not least, the doors to order content opens in 2 days. If you've never ordered content from me, this is how it works. I create Instagram content. So the posts themselves, the graphic posts, you can go, the door opens to order. The last 5 days of the month are the only days you can join the subscription. For $39 a month, you get 30 posts. For $39 a month, you get 30 posts to share on Instagram. You can also share them on Facebook. They're just optimized for Instagram. You submit to the subscription, you pay your $39. I send you a client intake. It sends automatically because you know I'm an automatic person. I'm a systems person. It sends you a client intake automatically. You can put in the colors of your brand, the products that you have that you want to promote. You can put in the fonts that you like to use. You can put in samples of other posts that you like the way they look. I will create 30 posts custom to your brand, completely customized to your brand. I can put your logo on them if you want to. I give them to you the first of the month. Every month, you get 30 posts. You can schedule them on social media. Be done. They don't come with captions because I can't do captions. But all of the visual stuff is done. So $39 a month, social media taken care of. Bada boom. You can literally put it into a scheduler and not touch it for the rest of the month. So the door is open for that in 2 days, from the 25th through the 31st is the only time you can order that. The only time you can order it. The link will be in my bio when the doors open. All right. That is all I have for you guys. I'm putting this in the replay. I will see you later. Bye-bye.